The Pakistani-UAE fallout. What's going on? This is a serious one, right? So the Pakistanis have decided to give back 3.5 billion to the UAE. What's going on here, right? Asim Munir was in UAE talking to the leadership not long ago, March 31st. Something was going on then. Then he's come back and now they've publicly announced they're paying back 3.5 billion. What's going on? Right, there's been a bit of a falling out with the UAE. The UAE weren't happy about the Pakistanis trying to enforce or negotiate some sort of a peace between the Iranians and the Americans. They were unhappy about that. Another thing, they wanted the Pakistanis to get involved. We'll throw you a few more peanuts. Get involved. Go against the Iranians. Attack the Iranians. Do something against the Iranians. The Pakistanis weren't having it. On top of that, they've not been happy. The UAE, they've not been happy for quite a while because Pakistan was seen to be too close to Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia and UAE, they had a bit of a falling out as well. Quite a serious one. The biggest one they've had for a long time. So, what's happening now then? Now, in UAE, there's a lot of Pakistanis who work there. They send home a lot of remittance. The UAE's been cancelling as many visas as they can do. Now, here's the thing. In these kind of scenarios, how does this actually play out? If I was a Pakistani, I'd be pissed right now. Just, if it was me. In particular, there's a war going on. Obviously, the Iranians are attacking the UAE. And from UAE, I'm absolutely certain a number of attacks are occurring from there to Iran. HIMARS have been firing from there. They took out the Iranian gas field. That's what the Iranian foreign minister said. On top of that, I've been watching a lot of reports of people making content in there saying they can see rockets taking off from UAE and they're heading towards Iran. The Iranians are not stupid. They're going to know the attacks are coming from UAE. And if there's going to be a land war, the UAE want to get their islands, what they think is their islands back. They've got a claim on them. And they've always had a falling out over the Iranians for this. So, if I was the Pakistanis, what would I do? Depends how pissed I was. Remember, at some point, the gloves are going to come off between the Pakistanis and UAE. It could come off. In particular, if they're in a war-like situation, the Pakistanis could make sure that the Iranians are supplied with... They don't want to see Saudi Arabia being attacked. They don't want to upset anyone else. But if the Iranians were to get certain short-range missiles that were just able to pound UAE, that would, what, equalise the score somehow? You got to make them pay. That's how these kind of things work. Make the UAE suffer. That's what I'm guessing. He's not going to be happy. He's a strategic, tactical thinker. And he does, especially with this war going on right now, the way it's going on right now, he does have certain levers to apply some pressure to the UAE. The UAE is seen as, it's not seen very well by many Muslims throughout the world because of their association with Israel and the fact that they have been seen to have been involved on the attack on Iran and cheerleading it. So let's see. I mean, the Pakistanis could quite easily arrange for certain short-range missiles to be shipped go from China into Pakistan, into Iran. That could be used to target the UAE. If it was me in charge, tactically, that's what I would be thinking right now. I'd be thinking, give them a few hits from those kind of missiles just to teach them a lesson. Because the next step's going to be expelling Pakistanis from the UAE. That's already starting to happen, partly because of economic reasons though. They're doing the same thing to the Indians. The jobs aren't there anymore. But the UAE is treading very carefully over here. They know the Pakistanis, if the gloves come off, literally the Pakistanis to invade the UAE and take over, even for the Iranians, would be very easy. Very easy. It wouldn't be that hard at all. But let's see how this pans out. The Pakistanis have not been happy about the UAE, the way they've been becoming more pally-pally. Not so much with the Israelis, they're obviously not too happy about that, but more with the Indians. So the plan's always been for the UAE to have some sort of a partnership between the Indians, them, and the Israelis, where there's like a trade corridor. Oil goes that way, you know, there's a route to Europe and so on so. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Something will come of this, mark my words. That's my gut feeling over here. Ranjas Harbal.